Okay, so if you watched the first video that we made when we unboxed the mysterious package that I got from the Mysterious Package Company,
Such a great name.
it is the best name. So you know a little bit about all the different pieces that we got, but Nick and I actually went through the entire story and it was amazing. I thought maybe it was like a mystery, but it was like a mystery that we had to solve, but it wasn't. It was just more like straight up storytelling, and it was a fascinating story. So I'm going to show you guys a little bit. I'm going to tell you the whole story essentially, so if you don't want to know, spoiler alert, stop watching now. All right, let's do it.
Hold cam.
Mr. Bones, you ready? Are you ready to do this? Mr. Bones, he's not even looking at me. You little jerk. Okay, so just quick review. We got an awesome amulet / talisman. I think they refer to it both ways.
With all the runes.
All the runes on it. A design scratched into the back of it. We got an amazing journal, postcard, the initial letter from a Tom Abbott, who we finally, well, it just says Tom on the letter. That was the first thing that we got. Then the postcard was to a Tom Abbott, so we finally figured out who he was. And then we realized that the journal belonged to a Justin Gray. All right, so Nick is gonna hold this now. Okay. So the journal, we realized right at the beginning, belongs to Justin Gray. So at the beginning, he's just essentially saying that he's being sent to England as part of a foreign exchange program. While he's there, they go on a field trip somewhere. I can't remember where the field trip was to, but something happens. He passes out, and in that moment, he gets essentially, what would you call that?
Kind of possessed.
Possessed, yes, by a witch. And in the journal, you can see all of this is Justin's writing. There's always little runes on the pages, little drawings of like people hanging. It's really creepy. But when the writing changes to this, it's from the witch's point of view, which is really fascinating. So she starts talking about the Noel boy. So the Noels are a huge part of the story. The Noel boy is the son of a magistrate who her granddaughter is in love with. Bunch of shit goes down, and the magistrate ends up hanging the witch and I think 2 of her friends. So she ends up cursing the entire Noel family, the male line of Noel families. So through the entire book, we get obituaries. This one is from 1890. And
of the Noel family.
Of the Noel family.
Yeah, so
the men in the Noel family,
Yeah,
see, that's grandma writing again.
Yeah.
So she essentially curses their whole family, and kills she just keeps coming back. This one is 1924. Another Arthur Noel has been killed that time. And I think there's 3 obituaries.
I love the torn pages.
Total. The torn pages are incredible. And then the last one here. This one doesn't have a date, but you can tell by the picture. It's obviously a recent picture, Henry Noel. So, yeah, she just comes back, possesses probably little boy. Oh, no, in one she possesses a woman. And all the Noels get killed with nooses. Oh, I just realized because she was hanged. So all the Noels get killed with nooses. That's so crazy. So, yeah. In addition to the writing is a bunch of really crazy drawings. Look at those drawings. So awesome. Because poor Justin, here, who gets possessed by this witch, ends up, I mean, he's in like a mental hospital. They put him in a straitjacket. Like, it gets so intense for this poor little boy. It also gets really intense. Look at the writing, the witch's writing by the end.
You can chronicle the descent.
Yeah, the descent into madness. Yeah, because if you look at the last one, look at that.
Oh, man.
So crazy.
Nothing good there.
Nothing good.
Looking 7.
No. So Tom, who we got the initial letter from, is actually a Native American like shaman that they go to try to exorcise this possessed witch out of Justin. But we don't think it works because this is I think the last thing we were supposed to read, even though we read it first. So, he's sending from Ontario this to Tom, and he's saying that, it's finally quiet, everything is just fine. But when he says just fine, it goes back to the witch's handwriting. So she's still with him. Justin. Poor Justin. Whatever they tried to do did not work. So it was just an absolutely fascinating story that you get to go through piece by piece. Everything seems to be handwritten, handmade, and it's just so amazing. And this, I think in the letter it said something about hold on to this so you can reminisce about the story. So it's just kind of like a keepsake of this horrible story. So a week after this came, I got a letter in the mail that said, my dearest Judy, this concludes your experience with the mysterious package company, blah, 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 blah. To discover who is behind this experience, please visit the address below. And this whole time I thought it was Nick, but I went to this URL and found out that it's actually from George and Doreen Potter. So I just wanted to say thank you guys so much. This is by far one of the coolest gifts I've ever gotten. I don't know where you guys found this, but it is absolutely amazing. I highly recommend if you guys have somebody who enjoys horror and mystery stories and anything like that. This is incredible. It was so damn cool.
You just feel so bad for Justin Long.
Yes. So, yeah, thank you guys. I love it so very much. And yeah, that's it. That's the end of the story.